Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Power, let's go.
All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Gotta go.
For some reason I had to try it all. I had the top of flatter and one beer. Wonder why did I come here? I wish I had been the radio. I am desperately to the bone. I think I just shat my liver at my home.
Tom Connor's original, guys.
And I've seen my life flash before my eyes. I wish I hadn't had tried everything and got it supersized.
Wow.
I tried to explain to my mom I was sick, but it was just being a real big break. Yeah, I shat my pants twice in one. Man, we're on the job.
What the hell?
Oh. I am desperately clinging to the Lord. I just shat my gallbladder off my hole.
Wow. This is gonna go with our poll as well. We're putting up a poll, all right, guys. I wish I didn't eat the whole burrito. Wow. Woo! Woo! All right, Tom Connors, everybody. Tom Connors, burrito special, Mexican Southern Rock. I think I just blanked my gallbladder out of my hole. What did you guys think of that song, everyone? Paulie here on the Latino Slant. Thank you to the Midnight Says, the Midnighters. I'm a Midnighter. I'm a Midnighter. What's happening, everybody? ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? We put up a poll right now. We're going live a little early, a tad bit early, and we got a fun poll going on for you right now. What else do we got? We got a lot of people hanging out from our Midnight's Edge redirect, which is cool. We got Manolo, Cuban Sandwich, Effing Book, Jim. What's up, Jim? How you doing, man? Hector, Olaf, Lord Thoth. We got members of the channel. We got Willie, and we got our good friend Jim Watari with 10 Latino Slant gifted Latino Slant memberships. Let's play the video, and we will come back and let you guys know just what you guys get with your Latino Slant memberships. But let's bring on the dancing doggy. Yeah, thank you, Jim. And we're joined by our fearless producer, Fletcher Williams. What's happening, Fletch? ¿Qué pasó?
Hola, ¿qué Midnighters? ¿Qué pasó?
Hey, Midnighters, ¿qué pasó? Thought I was your only cholo.
Yeah, well,
What?
Vato adjacent.
Vato adjacent. Thank you, Jim Watari, for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So listen, this is what we got lined up. We are starting early, but we felt good about starting early because we have our news items ready. Here we go. Long game box office hit. Gringos of Mexico Part 2. Civil War movie marketing misdirect. Everyone's hating Reacher now. Breakdown on his interview and reactions. And then towards the end of the stream, I'm going to give a Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare spoiler review. I saw it Saturday night. Bro.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw you came out. You really were liking Asa. It seems like, right? You said she was really good in it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I don't think it's Inglourious Bastards level, but everyone involved was fantastic. The role of that Isa Gonzalez played was just, she had a lot going on because she was like being different people undercover. She was fantastic, and I do recommend you guys watch the film. I do recommend it. It's Guy Ritchie fun,
right?
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, I've been watching Oh, you know what? There's a mic problem. Let me see.
You're a little high.
Okay, how's this? Check 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, now you got sweet dulcet tones.
Sorry, guys. See, that's the problem when you kind of go on like, let's go live. Let's go
live. Let's do it
live. Not a fair poll. Real tacos and tamales all time, but Olive Garden. Come on, that's a staple. Why? Well, listen, you blame him for the. Explain yourself, Fletcher. Explain.
It's a trick question because your family always wants to go to the Olive Garden for the breadsticks and all that kind of stuff. It is a trick question because also, really, come on, Chipotle and Taco Bell. That's it's all subjective. Think of it as my Art Nouveau question poll.
All right. So what are the options for people now?
All right. Just so you know, the options for people are, what kind of American are you?
What kind of American are you?
What kind of American are you? Are you a Chipotle American?
You a Chipotle?
You a Chipotle? Where are you from? Chipotle?
Are you a real taco?
Are you a real Taco Bell American?
Man, were you in the okay, so yeah, go ahead. So you got real tacos.
We got real Taco Americans.
Real taco. I'm a Taco Bell.
Right. That's the guy who gets shot in the movie. You know what I mean? It's like he's a real taco. You like real tacos? Boom, shot. Spoiler alert. You and Olive, see Olive Garden. Yeah, that's the thing. It's one of the things, like, you always take the family Olive Garden. This is like, you don't go to lunch at Olive Garden. You take your family.
You don't. You listen. I actually like Olive Garden. There's some items there. It ain't bad. But hey, what's up, Lord? What's up? My dude, Lord Thought got his book. I'm gonna promote my book in a minute. I love my real tacos, bro. Listen. Real tacos, not ground beef and shredded American cheese. Oh no, yeah,
but those were created by Mexicans, fool. I mean, literally, the first Taco Bell was Mexicans.
Were you in Midnight's Edge when I first got there?
No, I was actually driving back. We just came back from Chicago.
Dude.
And we're driving back in the city, and I was trying to catch it, but there's some spots. Once you get into the country, it was thing because my wife was like, "Hey, Paulie's on the thing. He's talking. Go back." And I'm like, woman, I'm driving, but I did hear parts of it. It was
so kind of all the new people, make sure you are subscribed. Chat, were you guys there when I got on? Yo, I was getting some hate.
Yeah. For what? What'd you say?
I was talking about this movie called The Long Game and how, like, everyone should go watch it. It's a great story. And they're just like, I'm not watching anything Mexican. I'm not watching anything. I'm like,
but it's American.
It's American. First of all, it's American, Mexican American, but it's a true story, and it's a feel good movie, But listen, man. People are always gonna have a heart. Everyone's got to find something to be angry at. You weren't there for that? Yeah, Dave. It
No,
was
I didn't hear. It was funny. That must have been the time because I went out and got some drinks like halfway through.
Yeah.
I literally, and my wife was
Yeah.
like, "Go back," and it's like, sometimes it doesn't go. When the Wi-Fi's kind of jacked up, like in the middle of nowhere. We were kind of in the countryside, and I tried to go back, but I couldn't. I guess that's probably what the one she was talking about.
Well, my main thing is with that argument, because there was a few of them, and I responded to them very kindly, and I just said, listen, we got to remember to be open to new things. And that's I actually blame the hard left and the hard right for a lot of common sense people in the middle that just like to be unified and like people. Is that you made shit so divisive that if you just mention something, I'm not white, I'm not into hating white people. It's like, no one said anything about that. Calm down. So it was a knee-jerk reaction. Absolutely, Daniel G. And it's. I think I handled it pretty good. I want to see that podcast. I want to see that. It was right. Yeah. And people were like, were saying that the slant was like, divisive. Just because you call yourself the Latino slant.
Well, just look at our poll. Obviously, we're divisive.
How can you be neutral and inclusive if you call yourself the Latino slant?
That's right. So,
I mean, I make no apologies, but I tend to think that we're a pretty fair and welcoming channel, and we cover so much that really, when I hear and I get hate like that, I almost say, God bless. Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
And here's a 2-for-1 coupon for all
issues with the film. UT tries too hard to take a side. It makes it difficult to identify, become vested in any character. Which one are we? Which Civil War? Civil War? Hey, Orion, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, which movie, Manolo? I know. We know we don't like no hate.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be talking about Civil War a little later on the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We're
gonna talk about
let's go to our first. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But before, listen, guys, unfortunately for now, we know the bigote is gone. It is temporary, but we'll give this to you. Coming up with our first news item, The Long Game. That divisive film.
The divisive film that hates white people. Featuring white people too.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid, that hate monger.
Yeah, putting white people in a heroic role.
It's a true story. What I don't appreciate is the marketing, where it's like the Mexican American kids take on the wealthy whites. It's like, that is lame. That's disgusting. I don't like that. I like this movie. I really like this movie, actually. I've been seeing a movie every night just for you guys, reviewing all the time here on the Latino Slant. I saw this the other night, and I got to meet the actress, Gina Lee Ortiz. Wow. What a cutie. Very cool. She was really good in this film. Here's the story, why it's a hit. It is an independent film made for peanuts. And it made $1.39, almost $1.4 million, in only a little over 1,000 seats, 1,000 theaters. Fletcher.
That's good. That's good seats per butts and seats ratio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Are you on your computer? Are you tagging some of these comments? Some of the good comments, hopefully.
Yeah, one is.
All right. Because I only got one.
Beard.
So this is a box office hit for this film called The Long Game. It is in limited it's wide. It's like a very anything over 1,000 theaters is wide. You might have to travel to go find it if you like sports dramas, if you like underdogs, good feeling movies. It's a fantastic little film. I highly recommend this. And I can't, as the film itself, I can't say enough about this film. And hopefully we can get we're gonna try to get the actress Jana Lee Ortiz on the show. She's just been, as you can imagine, very busy, but we did get to meet her. We put that photo up on our community tab. You can always check out our community tab. We try to treat that as a how do you say it? As our personal Twitter. So yeah, man. Fletcher, what's going on in the chat?
Oh, we got a lot of people on the chat. Thank you so much. All over 100 of you checking out, but those likes need to jump off there, man. We gotta do a likes to awesomeness ratio.
Well, refresh. What are the likes right now? Because we need to get like at least 100 likes.
That's let's see.
Refresh. What are the likes right now?
All right. See, it's got Polly on stereo.
Right.
Let's see. We got 42.
42.
Ooh.
Beautiful. And we got over 120 people combined watching us on X right now and YouTube. Thank you so much. Actually, looks like we got 120 right now. Yeah, 100 something right now just on YouTube. Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. We got over 120 watching on YouTube right now.
So that is really the first news item is a little movie that you probably haven't heard of, The Long Game. Also, too, I've seen almost every film in this top 10. Thumbs up to Godzilla, Ghostbusters, Dune. I haven't seen Monkey Man. I hear good and bad things. The First Omen, I hear more bad things, and Kung Fu Panda actually hears pretty good.
Yeah, and but also Rosa Parra did see our intrepid reporter, and that
whoa, what's going on there?
That review,
yeah, you got some papers whistling over there, buddy.
Our intrepid reporter from the LatinoSlant.com, Rosa Parra, did put up a review on the LatinoSlant.com.
Interpret or intrepid?
Intrepid.
And what papers are you rustling over there?
This is my notes, fool. You gave me notes to take, and I'm taking notes.
That's right. Working hard today on our live streams. That's right, Bonso. You got it. Working hard, period.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, we review movies, new movies several times a week. I go to the theaters, give you that out of the theater experience, how I felt. Here's what I saw in the last 4 days: an Indian film last night, sports drama. It's pretty good. Ungentlemanly Warfare Saturday night, a lot of fun. Friday night, what did I see Friday night? Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, you saw the Gentlemanly Warfare?
No, it was a long game.
Oh,
Friday
longer,
night.
yeah.
And then Thursday night, we saw Civil War. So, we don't just see Latin stuff.
Well, Civil War is kind of Latin. And they have one actor. No Mexicans or Mexican Americans after that, but they did have one Brazilian pretending to be Latino. So
and Spidey Sensei says 72 mis notas, fool. Okay, let's go through these really quickly. I've been hanging around here for years now, and it's been a regular melting pot of cultures and thought. Plus, I'm learning a bunch of cool stuff about Latino culture. Thanks, Pete. Yes, you have been hanging out. Yes, you have been hanging. We love you for that, man. Miguel Farah. Grow real beard this time.
Yeah, right.
Kick back, dude. Kick back. If I started growing this out, this shit just gets all gray, man. I'm a viejo. I'm so that means I'm an old guy. So, I don't think so.
We douse as soon.
That never looks that. I've always seen grown men dye that, and you always see the white whiskers. I never liked that. Soul Assassin. Did they ever say why Texas and Cali would team up in Civil War? No, they did not. Yeah. Gringos slant. # hell yeah. Awesome slant. Awesome one. Awesome slant. There you go.
Awesome slant.
War Monkey. I was just listening to Michael Franti's Good Day song, and he nails it. It's better to be around good people with good vibes than those with bad vibes. He has so many great songs like that. War Monkey, you're absolutely right. Michael Franti. Oh God, there's one that's always in my head. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Divisive. I am going to see that. Okay, well, check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that one. I've been hearing Civil War movie is whack from majority of people. It's whack. You know, I'm gonna get into it in a second. We're Latino watchers, slant watchers. What kind of Latino slant watcher are you? Yeah, it was so weird, dude. But you know, it's like you're not gonna kill my vibe. I came on Midnight's Edge to talk about Civil War and then talk about box office and learn from the Warhammer guys. That was a trip. But you know, you come on strong at me. It's like, I don't think so, buddy. I ain't gonna bite. Oh, let's save that one. I saw Late Night with the Devil last night. Trippy fun. How is that? I want to see that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been talking about it. I think Deleted went to see it and he checked it out. I think he liked it. Yeah.
What's up, Deleted Scenes? Member of the channel. Just wanted to give a shout out to him. Brian Keith Polly, the man of many hats. Literally, guys. There's like a dozen here, right? I love hats, obviously. And then up above, what you can't see, it's in the dark, are all my baseball caps. You know, and that top row of baseball caps are the nice baseball caps that I don't try not to like do doggy walks in or any manual labor. You know, I'll go work with my cousins and we'll do construction work. So I'll wear my work baseball caps are over there on top of the work shelf. So yeah, man of many hats. Oh, buddy. The De La Soul song montage in Civil War was great. The song is called Say No Go, and it is one of the greatest songs ever.
Yeah, I love that song.
And that montage was right after a very horrific skirmish, and this is the kind of like the exhale, and in the and some disturbing shots as well. But that's a fantastic montage. If the U.S. has Civil War, all Latinos will go home. They'll wait for the dust to settle and take it out, come and take it all back. Well, I actually think there'd be a large percentage of Latinos that are just going to stay because they got to hire someone to clean up. I'm just saying. Fletcher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was like when I was watching it, I'm like, what is going on?
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it, and because you guys were talking so much about it, and my wife was like, "You got to see this movie." I'm like, "I don't think I want to see this movie," and it's like, "You got to see the movie. Look, Alan and Polly are talking about it. They really like it. You got to go see it." So I checked it out, and
okay,
I got the opposite of what all you guys got.
That's fair. That's fair enough. You want to give your little review?
Sure. Yeah, I think part of the art behind it, I think, was very well done. The art shots, I think, were on point. There were some beautiful shots. I mean, gorgeous shots. Some really nice performances. Oh man, I forgot the man who rest in peace, God rest his soul, just passed away. The one who passed away in the movie. I'm sorry if this is spoiling, but a lot of people has been talking about it. He passed away, and he was amazing in it. Kristen Dunst, she gave pretty good performance, I think. The performances were pretty good here and there for me. The story, I guess, is what it kind of fell apart because I didn't recognize America in it. My family, we've been traveling America ever since we came to the United States. We traveled from one end to America of the other. We've traveled all around. I really didn't see America and the characters portrayed. And I told my wife, it does feel like somebody that's foreign, like, directed this movie. And then when I went to see who it was, I see that he's from England. So of course, you know, the Second Amendment, crowd and all stuff wasn't really represented in a way that I thought was fair. And I think a lot of America is missing from it. I thought the lens that they were seeing it through was a very foreign lens. It was funny because we were discussing it with my wife, and I told him there was a scene where they come into a gas station and there's people with rifles. And I'm like, do you know how many places that we went to that has gas stations and they have rifles? I even showed her a clip of a gas station in Philadelphia who was protecting his customers, and they had literally better rifles than the military had in the Civil War movie. And I was like, that's just crazy. And but to a foreign lens, if you're coming from like England, where the director's from, and you're seeing, rifles, at a gas station, of course, it's, oh my gosh, this is a foreign entity. Where is this? Where is this? This is not real. And you can see where he might think this is some faraway land. And it's like, no, fool, that's Philadelphia, that's Texas, that's very much a Americana sort of thing. So I think for me there was a bit of a disconnect in that maybe he should have, kind of hanged out a little bit with more military personnel, a little bit more with people who like the Boogaloo style crowd, the Hawaiian shirts and machine guns crowd, because a lot of the things that were happening, it's not stuff that happens if you have gone to a rally with some Boogaloo boys, if you had gone to shooting events, if you have gone to any kind of involvement with weapons, that the crowd really wasn't represented in a way that's, I think, very accurate to the crowd. So, and in a very non-generous way, I think. And also the military, the way the military behaved, very, very skewed in a sense. Especially now with all the stuff happening all around the world, it did feel a little bit, a little bit heavy-handed in certain issues. And the third act for me was, I think, I know this is blasphemous to the art side of it. I feel Polly probably did totally disagree with it, and so would Alan. I think the third act, military like incursion into DC. Oh my gosh, I think like White House Down did it better. They had better CGI of the enemy weapons and things that would be used to fight. And all of a sudden, like Washington D.C. If you've ever been to Washington D.C., next to the Capitol, and the whole city, you can't build tall buildings in the Capitol, and there was tall buildings overlooking the White House, and I was like, what is it? Canada D.C.? Because there's a joke in the movie where the money of Civil War and the Civil War reenactment, the Canadian money is worth more than American money. It's like at one time they're asking, like, what can we get us for $300? $300, you get like a ham sandwich, And it's like, well, what do we get with $300 Canadian? Now it's like, wow, $300 Canadians. Now we're talking. So it was like a little bit, everything was disconnected. So I'm like, was it Civil War at the end? There's the White House in Canada. So I was really surprised, but I don't know if anybody else has watched it. What do you guys think of it? I was very surprised at how disjointed it felt for me. I did feel a little bit disjointed. It didn't feel like America. It didn't feel like that's what Americans would do. Even gone in the areas where, me and my wife have gone down to sundown towns. If you're not aware what those are the ones where basically, if you're a person of color, you better get out of the town before it gets dark. And still, it didn't really feel like the America that was portrayed. So it was a bit of a disconnect for me. I think it was more of an America towards from the eyes of a like British lens, in a sense. Like they all think we're running around, crazy and stuff like that. But that's my take on it. That's my hot take, like hot tamale take.
Well, here's what I don't get, because we consistently always have different opinions on our channel. And
Yes.
again, we're so divisive.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, you're divisive, but it's like you're like, I'm the most right wing guy like it's out there. If Paulie was divisive, then I wouldn't even be anywhere near.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. Because there's a lot that we do overlap in with stuff. And yeah, it's again, and thank you for your review, and people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Let us know what you guys think. I see this. I see this now with every single issue that comes up, whether it's from Gringos going to Mexico or a movie. Is everyone takes such a hardcore side? That which in itself it's like cool, but if you're willing to come to the table and talk about it, right? That's where the magic happens, where we can have a conversation and and learn and laugh with each other, and that's it. All right, good job. Packing Protons for $5. Thank you, Packing Protons.
Gracias.
I feel like I'm not sexy enough, cultural enough, or sexy accent enough to be here. Please excuse my blandness. Smiley face. Well, Packing Protons, listen, we got you covered. My uncle is here, and he's got something to say. Orale. All right. Bass player 2011 Iffy?
Yeah, bass player 2011 fee.
$4.99. Thank you so much, bass player. I would love to go see The Long Game, but it isn't in any theaters near me. How does it compare to films like The Greatest Game Ever Played? The Greatest Game Ever Played. Which one was that? Because there's a lot of sports names.
Oh, that's the one where.
Hold on. There's a lot of sports names, bass player, that have like For Love of the Game, The Greatest Game, The Long Game, For the Game. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. So The Greatest Game Ever Played, you don't have to do another super chat. But what movie are you specifically talking about? War Monkey says it was excellent. What were you going to say, Fletcher?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I believe it's the one where basically is the story of the man who I forget his name. He was it was at the time where there was a professional player and an amateur player circuit, and they were trying to create a professional player circuit. But he was like, if you are a professional, you're not really a golfer in a sense, kind of thing, because you're getting paid to play. And he was kind of like a purist about it. So I think that was the game that the one that I saw that had that name, and that was an excellent movie.
I can't. I haven't seen it. I can't compare it. 2007 film. Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. You should check it out, Paul. It was really good.
Okay. Listen, with The Long Game, and I said this in my review. I think what's fascinating is you don't. First of all, you don't have to be Mexican to get this. Is that there's different generations of these Mexican Americans that are represented in this film. Cheech Marin, Jay Hernandez, and then the kids that Jay Hernandez teach, and they're all golfers. Cheech is a World War I veteran, who's the golf's what do you call it? The guy that works the lands. You know what I'm saying? The upkeeper,
groundskeeper.
Yeah, the groundskeeper. Jay is the World War II vet that has love for the game, but can't get into the Del Rio country club because he's Mexican. This is 1955.
Right.
And then his high school students, because he is a school superintendent, that are that next generation of Mexican Americans that don't like to play pleasant. It's like, I don't care if you don't like me. I'm going to tell you something. Whereas Jay comes from a more conservative, and I say that more. Let's play the respect game, the long game, in trying to win the hearts and minds. So it was really cool. And then you had golf, and then you had all these great characters. So I just think is a good little tale, guys. Is it the Mexican version of Caddyshack? No. This is a very PG-13 because it does deal with war, and all the main characters are the adults are Vietnam are vets, including Dennis Quaid, and it talks a little bit about post-traumatic syndrome. All right, guys, that was cool. Thank you so much for the super chats. We love super chats. We love it all. Let me see. Soul Assassin, $300 can buy you a lot of tacos from Taco Bell, Fletcher. There you go.
That's true.
Where are we with the poll? What's going on in the chat, guys?
Let's see. With the poll we got.
Where are we with the poll and with the likes? Give us the update.
All right. So right now in the poll we got 64 votes. What kind of American are you? Chipotle is 12%. Taco Bell 11%. Real Taco is winning by a landslide, 67%. And Olive Garden is at 9%. And the likes, not quite 100 yet, 68 likes. Come on, guys, those are rookie numbers. Let's play the long like game.
Ándale.
And hit that like.
But there's a lot. I'm not an American. People are saying, "Hey, you're a Slantino." You're a Slantino, and for all my Slantinos, this is for you. You might not be an American, but you are a Mexican midget. Okay, so I think we're ready. Let's clear those comments.
Okay.
Guys, keep on voting. I love it. Over 100 of you guys still with us. I love that. If we can hit over 100 likes, that helps our algorithm so much, and it's free. It's free. You get to do it for free, guys. And thank you, Olaf. Orion, what's up, Orion? I've never had a taco, but I've eaten in countries worth of Doritos. That's so weird to meet to talk to people who've never eaten a taco.
Yeah, it was funny. Well, back in the days, my wife had some friends who came from back east, and they never seen a taco. So there was like these, and they call them tacos.
Yeah, tacos.
Tacos. These tacos are really good.
Hey, tacos, and some tacos. Well, Cracking Protons, I'm just happy you're here, man. I'm happy you're here. So God bless. Yes, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it right now. Wait, what was that other one? RB Normal. I make my own tacos.
Yep.
I make my own tacos too.
Yes.
Olaf, only burritos and tortillas. Never had tacos either. Come on, Olaf.
Yeah,
what's going on here? Blasphemy.
Man.
Blasphemy. It's like one of my wrenches.
I'm going to have to FedEx you some tacos. So.
I'm going to have to do something, man. Open up a Danny Trejo's tacos over there, man. Okay. It is time for our next segment. News item, Gringos in Mexico, part 2. Here's what's going on with that. We put up a video. It is number 1 right now on our as far as views, as far as the main video on our channel, and we kind of document what's going on in Mexico as far as gentrification and people coming into Mexico and buying land, buying property, and seemingly forcing change in neighborhoods, which is kind of wild. I have no problem with people buying stuff and bringing money and opportunity, Fletcher. But can I surmise that pretty well for us? Okay. You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so it's been happening for a bit. I think a larger now it's getting almost like to it's overflowing kind of thing. because they were different areas in Mexico, even like back in the days where it had a lot of enclaves of foreigners. But now, with a lot of things that had happened recently and a new wave of retirees and stuff, they had parts of Mexico City, like whole neighborhoods now that people are saying like are whole like take over, like Mexico City rent now is almost like LA rent in Mexico City, LDF, and also the coastal areas where they're buying like compounds now. But now the compound posse is buying stuff in neighborhoods now, like in playas and all that stuff. So it's now spreading even more.
So, okay, a couple things. We got a huge reaction from that video in the comments, right? To what you were saying and what people are saying in the chat too. Raza questioning my own authenticity. I'm not a real Mexican. I guess according to you, but I could care less, which is pretty funny. But I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to do another video, and we're gonna bring on soon Moises Baqueiro, a musician we've had on here, because he really wants to talk about this, because he's pretty much in the trenches as well, just as far as I think his family owning land in Mexico, some stuff. So it'll be, there is some heaviness, some real issue with it, right, Fletcher?
Yeah.
But right now we're gonna take a softer side, a funnier side to this. All right, and this is what is this we're about to see, my friend?
All right, so what you're about to see is basically what's affecting some of the areas, restaurants. A lot of when you go to a lot of the playas del mares, where you have a lot of the touristy restaurants, that's where you had the first story where they were banning like mariachis in certain bars and banda music, but
On
they're
the
also
beach.
now on the beach, so all the beach bars. But now they're even like there's a lot of people complaining about the food and about spiciness level, about salsa levels. In Mexico, usually when you go to the beach and when you go to a restaurant, there's different types of salsas. The more north that you go, the salsas do get a little bit more fruity and all that stuff, but usually, there's different levels of heat behind the salsa. But now it's like, like the complaint about the salsas being spicy now has become like a thing to where people really have to explain like levels of salsa, and you can hear kind of like the aggravation in the waiter's voice.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this video. This is posted from girl who made churro waffles. Here we go.
Every gringo worries about when they arrive in Mexico.
Very hot, right? Habanero. It's hot. Everything.
Salsa roja.
It's still
No, esas no pican.
No pica.
Esas no pican.
No pica.
Todas las que pican son esas.
It's not hot? Okay, I'm good.
POV what?
So I don't understand. Well, no pica for us, the Mexicans, but most people will.
Right. So they're even like going like no pica, like they even like learn that. Is it spicy?
Okay. I mean, it's not really, this one's not really a hot take. I mean, but I mean, you're just saying like this is a prevalent problem here.
Yeah, like they're basically now going after the food. Food in Mexico is very sacred. Some of it literally, the way that it's prepared, who prepares it, how it was prepared, and what kind of oven you were preparing. So a lot of people in Mexico are taking this as the next one. The next one is like now they're coming after our food. First,
okay.
So in other words, this is the new wave. It still hasn't hit the United States in like, oh, this is a joke. But in Mexico, now they're like, wait a minute. So now you go because now they're going to taco vendors.
So first they've been taking the land. They've been taking their commodities. Like I think there's so much that happens, and I like again. Listen, I'm a capitalist, so I would be a hypocrite if I said, oh, it's business. It shouldn't be happening. They if they hire a lot of locals, I'm all for it. Because you see a lot of American businesses going down there. which is controversial from the cheaper wages. But then there's also like a lot of like yoga industries, wellness industries doing retreats in Mexico. The markups are insane. Like, if you wanted to be like a yoga instructor, you can go for like 10 grand and do a weekend in Cancun. But this is something a little more different, because these are people now that live there, that aren't from Mexico originally, that are changing the makeup of being Mexican.
Right, or wanting to,
Or wanting to.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Right. Now, what's good for the goose, good for the gander, because it's like, well, you got to speak Spanish there. This is not cool. This is our culture. That's got to be that's got to go to the same way. So, like, immigrants that come here, that are making their home here, et cetera, et cetera. It's like it's like, well, what do you expect? You should also learn English. You should, no one's telling you not to speak Spanish, but learn English. Why is that a bad thing? You're telling these gringos to go in there and learn Spanish and respect the cultura. It's got to be the same thing. That's just my 2 cents. What do you think there, Fletch?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack in the issue. I mean, we're just
touching
it lightly. I mean,
French.
We're not the experts on this and all stuff. Mostly what we're trying to do is, just kind of highlight that this is the next incoming wave. Like was said before, that right now there's like, a few land grabs and all stuff. But
wait a minute. We just got an expertise here.
All right.
Hold on. Eduardo Guerrero for 200 Mexican pesos.
Muchas gracias.
Team, I live in Mexico City. The key is that the wocosos and the far leftists are the ones causing this issue in several places in Mexico. The Colonia Roma, Condesa districts they are angry because they no longer are able to afford the rent. Yeah. Thank you, Eduardo. Fletcher, speak on this, brother.
Yeah, so basically this is a very artsy district in Ciudad de Mexico. Ciudad de Mexico is a federal district, which is basically the Washington D.C. of Mexico. Mm-hmm. And it's built on top of an Aztec city, Tenochtitlan. It has all kinds of different cultures, very, very different. There's like 20 different tribal language just spoken in Mexico City. It's such rich with culture. This is one of the areas that are very artsy. The areas where like Frida Kahlo would like hang out and stuff like that. The beautiful art districts, and they can't afford, like, these are Mexican artists in the Mexican art district. In a sense, they can't afford to be there, and now are getting like priced out in a sense. But also their buildings are getting taken over. What used to be because in Mexico, the government does play for a lot of the art and culture. That is kind of changing in a sense, because some people are saying that some of that money maybe is going to, to get more of that foreign money in here, and they're turning a lot of these historic neighborhoods into like, gentrified coffee shops. I mean, it's like never before. Like all the little stores and everything that make Mexico City very cosmopolitan, but with such flavor. Now it's being a little bit eroded, turning into like a mini LA in a sense.
Okay, you're absolutely right. A lot to unpack here. That's why I think we're just going to keep on doing developing coverage and all that good stuff. But Eduardo, thank you for your insight here. That's really tough, because it's like, again, you want your neighborhood to improve, but as soon as it starts improving, all the prices go up.
Yeah,
and then you get priced out. We're living in a part of LA that was really hood. Now it's getting better, and you're seeing the neighborhood change pretty quickly. And we live in central, in Midtown, so this is a great comment. Thank you so much. for the chat, and let's give you a little mariachis.
Cuando canto la bamba yo estoy contento porque yo me acompaño, porque yo me acompaño con mi instrumento ahí arriba y arriba, ahí arriba y arriba, bamba, bamba.
All right, everyone. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and Fletcher here on our live stream every Monday. We try to give it to you. You're live in the chat with us. You got a poll going on. We got 78 votes, incredible, and 75 likes, 1 dislike. Yeah,
All right.
I love it. Yeah, a dislike. You know, we need more dislikes.
I know.
Don't wait. Hold on.
Hold on. Don't deploy the.
Wait, hold on. Calm down. Gentrification sucks. Yes, it does. Yes, gentrification comes with improvements. This is so sad. Everyone's got opinions here, man. I love it. Gentrification started in my hometown of Corona, Inland Empire, but it was so expensive. Got nicer, more houses, and even schools. Yeah.
Sometimes it happens. Yeah. Sometimes sometimes it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Mexican Iron Man must be in a bad mood. Is it him that gave us that dislike?
I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. Well, we're really excited and really happy you guys are here. Let us continue. I got a news item, and let me hit this one on my own. I'm going to bring you in a minute.
I'll be in the back.
But thank you so much, Fletcher. Let me bring something up here, guys. We're now going to talk a little bit about Civil War and the mismarketing of Civil War, because I'm not too happy with mismarketing, especially when you're clowning or making another the target of your marketing campaign. I don't think it serves the purpose of your film, the film's vision, more or less. The whole audience, the entire audience that you want to come and see your film. You don't want to alienate a single person in the audience. So why would you? But, wokosos be wokosoing, even in media, in the descriptions of films, descriptions of box office reports. And it's just not for me, man. It's just not for me. And so I'm gonna give you a little example here, guys, of what I'm talking about. Let's go to this box office report. Okay, we're gonna go all the way to the top, right? Everyone knows by now Civil War did great, fantastic. I'm a fan of the movie. That's not why we're talking right now. I'm talking about marketing misdirect. Stay with me. Give me your opinions. We go here. A24 is calling Civil War at a $25.7 million opening, largely fueled by Democrat and liberal moviegoers, but with overperforming business in some red states, regions like the South and Southwest. Why does that matter? What is going on? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why Hollywood continues to do this stuff. It's like Latino organizations. You continue to use Latinx when you know very well the supermajority of people don't use it and don't like it. You can use it for yourself, but this is insane, guys. Right? You keep this division going, and this is what I'm talking about. This is passive aggressive division. Post-track polled Civil War attendees politics, reporting that 22% consider themselves liberal, 19% were Democrats, 11% consider themselves moderate, whereas registered Republicans, 6%, evangelicals, 6%, politically conservative, 5%. The markets that overperformed were LA, San Francisco, Washington, D.C. Well, there you go. Those are all very, very liberal towns. But I'm just kind of in shock that the deadline would, that this is more important than the merits of which, you won the $25 million opening. And you see this a lot, guys, right? See, and then you go to the third, you go to the third, and then the fourth, and how it's beating out other movies. Oliver Stone's World Trade Center, Bigelow's Zero Dark 30. But I want to go now really quickly, guys, to the long game really quickly. Okay. All right. You know what? All right. Strike that. Look how far down I had to go. So all this mamadas, all this divisive garbage. Here's the good news. No one is expecting the movie to greatly crater at this point with the spike on Saturday, despite its B- cinema score, which indicates that crowds are split. Some do have their concerns that the Kirsten Dunst, blah, 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 movie is front loaded. To me, that's where you should have started. That's where you should have started. Talking about that. They have a history of generating heat off of a divided audience score, critically acclaimed movies, typically genre films. Talk about that. Like talk about the vision that this movie created, that Alex Garland wanted to create. Here's the demos. The largest demo of the diversity was 50% Caucasian, a very strong 24% Latino Hispanic. Pretty cool. Very interesting. Now, this movie is a huge misdirect, because if you watch the trailers and you haven't heard any reviews or read any insight to it, you think that this is a war film. You think like, oh yeah, man, it's the right versus the left. How did California get with Texas? What's going on? And then if you go to the film, you get none of that, because that's just the backdrop. It's a massive deception, and Hollywood marketing are masters at massive deception. What they are in love with right now is putting down white people. White men are the enemies right now. That is the trend. That is the fad. That is the big thing that's happening, like it or not. So wherever they can get a chance, they're going to go after that in the marketing. And if they get an actor that agrees, right? You often hear that in interviews and press junkets, sound bites, red carpets, etc. Guys, let the work speak for itself. With this example of Civil War, you had a open interpretation from Alex Garland that I think is visionary. I really enjoyed that they didn't hammer it over me. They didn't decide for me. I got to decide. I got to, you know what? Wherever I got to focus in and enjoy it, it was because I did it. I wanted it to happen. And I was into the photojournalists and their saga. What makes them tick? What gets them going? What's the juice? What's the passion? What's the addiction? And why are they following this crazy journey? That to me was everything. Let me do that. But you guys aren't into diversity. You're into destruction. Destruction of kind of these tropes that have been around for the sake of just hating on white people. You even did that with the long game in your promotions. What's these Mexican kids, and it's a true story, and they go against the wealthy whites. It's like, It's a lot more than that. It's way more than that. It's how we view life and how life is not fair for anyone. It's beautifully said in the film. But we don't have that type of vision, that type of openness to those kind of ideas of creative interpretation. Art now is agenda. So you got to be careful, guys, right? You got to be careful because this marketing and mismarketing, it almost happens with every movie. And with the thing like Civil War, which is a special film because it's not just your, your war film or your, Ghostbusters or Godzilla monster movies. It actually is an adult film, that has some heavy themes. But you market it as this political left versus right, as a guy who's every day more and more independent than from these parties than ever. If I did not have my channel, I would not have seen your film. Are you listening to me right now? Are you listening to me right now? I hope so. One of you guys in the marketing world, in your business, in this business, listen to me, listen to this chat, listen to the people that are commenting. You know who they are? They're called your audience. And you know who they represent? They represent whites, blacks, Latinos, women. Yes, gay people, everybody. Why? Why would you ever think to alienate them when you want their dollars? If you want their dollars, entertain and enlighten at the same time. It happens. You can do it. It's called creative guts. It's called bold vision. It's called being a boss at what you do and deliver the creative goods. Don't try to deconstruct my values, my morals, because I'm not interested in that. I work on that shit every day with my family, my loved ones, with my higher power, etc. I'm not going to Civil War. I'm not listening to an actor to shape my life. Those are not my gods. I want to be entertained. I want to escape for a few hours because life is not fair. That's just how it is for all of us. And I'm sick and tired of you trying to divide us with your propaganda over a movie or television show. We have to be all in. All in on what? All in on life together. Right now, this time, this moment. There's a lot that we agree on every day that we overlap in our loves for many things. And you do a disservice marketing people, powerful Hollywood people with your marketing campaigns when you divide us. Shame on you. All right. We're back. What's happening in the chat? Fletcher, what's going on?
Hey, chat, ¿qué pasó?
Let me take a quick little break and you take over for a minute. Sounds good?
All right, let's go.
Thanks,
all right, so let's see what you guys have to say. And give me a second here. All right, so we got Azteca Aguilar, yo bo. I'm not left or right. I'm just a human being. I see what you did there. But are you a Mexican jumping bean? Are you? We'll see. Could be, could be not. We got Melvin Deeply. What's up, Holmes? As a white man, I can say white men need to man up and stop moaning. If someone they don't know calling them names upsets them, maybe they're not the men they think they are. That's true. That is true. I guess what I'm saying is, it's a tired cliche now. It's, to where sometimes I think people see, all right, we know who the villain's going to be. And that kind of knee-jerk reaction and stuff where before we used to be like, oh, who's character? Now I guess that's the knee-jerk reaction and some people are saying, who knows? Let's see, War Monkey, what's up, bro? I'm sorry, I was born a straight white man. He, him, y'all all do better, I promise. Do better, Senator. And we got Julissa. Hey, Julissa, hugs. Says, preach, Polly, preach. All right. We got Packing Protons. Eduardo was my favorite extreme Ghostbuster characters. He didn't hate anyone. He stayed true to his culture, and his white guy related to him. More of that, please. Yeah. I mean, it was a fun thing. That's what I said before. I missed any of the the Ghostbuster characters that may or may not. They should have done a little bit more with them, right? All right. So we got here we go. We got Spidey Sensei 72, nearly 64 million Latinos in the U.S. currently. If the producers of this movie marketed properly, it could have been a smash at the box office. Latino slant. I think he's talking about The Long Game, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you are.
Yeah, I mean, the example I gave was Cinemark's description of the film. I don't know what Mucho Mas Media, how they describe the film, but I do know that they probably have limited marketing funds for this particular film, which is probably why it's not in more theaters and why you haven't heard of it. I just don't like it when I think it's lazy when you're like, oh, it's the poor brown kids versus the wealthy whites. It is, but it's more than that, and it's a true story, and a lot, everyone can learn from that. So yeah, that's what I got.
Right, it's an American story,
Okay.
Is it hate or envy? That's going to steer things up right there. Yeah, that could be it. All right, so we got Bass Player 20. If I wanted to see a war recording Spanish film, I watched The Killing Fields.
Oh my God,
that was a good one. Yeah,
that was a great one. Or Killing Fields, You're Living Dangerously, Under Fire, The Salvador.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are better. But this made me think of those. Bass Player.
Okay.
This made me think of those.
All right, so we got Melvin Deeply. I too want to be entertained. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it seems like such a big task now, and it shouldn't be. Hollywood shouldn't be. They're just so up their own culos that they're missing the mark. Okay, 84 votes. I love it. 84 likes. I love it. That's great. We're almost there. We're almost there. 100 likes. Got to get 100 likes. It's free.
Smash the likes out.
What's up, Zax? It's good to see Zax.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Little Canadian representation.
A lot of Canadians here. A lot of Europeans. Some Latinos. People. Keeping their slant fuerte. That's what I say. All right. Let's move on. Here we go. We got we got a big one here. Everyone hating on Reacher now. Breaking down his interview and reactions. Wow. When I saw this article, and I read most of it, it's pretty lengthy, Fletcher. Right. Last week, I was like, there goes everyone's hero. Everyone's in love with Alan and Reacher, and they painted a certain image and etc. that people in this community loved, and I was just like, well, watch out. Watch out. So yeah, Alan goes after Christians or the church.
Yep.
Cops.
Yep.
I mean, it was like almost who didn't he go after? And to a lot of people's disappointment, and even the political, he got very political with
right.
And his distrust of former Donald Trump, and it was a lot more than that. That line was actually very little, but they took it as they made it the headline. See, this goes both ways, right? This media deception. It's a pretty lengthy story, But what it did do, it spurred so much, Fletcher.
Yeah.
You know, to where the National Police Association, right, over 106,000 followers.
Right.
After the new movie with Alan Richardson opens this week and underperforms, will Lionsgate admit defaming 750,000 police officers and their families? The opening week of an action movie was not a bright idea.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Richardson slammed by Fraternal Order of Police.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been his roles is like, you know, he's either a cop or undercover, or he's, you know, a lot of he's shoot him up, bang him up.
Yeah. It's been recently it's been a lot of. I mean, he had some variation roles, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of always like the beefy guy, you know, more like, you know.
Oh, he's massive.
Yeah.
I mean,
but he got more jacked up.
I saw him on. I told you I saw the Ministry this weekend.
Yeah.
He is huge.
Yeah. He got even more bumped up because he was, you know, like almost average size. He started like bulking up really big for Reacher. Because in the Lee Child's original books, if you guys hear the book, you know, like I know that Tom Cruise played him, but Lee Child's, the way he read him in the book, Reacher is kind of massive in the book.
Right.
So he really wanted to, you know, bulk up for it. So he had like totally bulked up for it. But.
So what you're seeing here now, because of this, people on the right and people on the left have exploded over this. People on the left are like, man, now I love him. I'm going to see his show. I'm going to see his, yes. And people are right, boycott. I'm not seeing anything anymore. You know, people going in pretty hard on this, man.
Yeah, it's funny because just recently was a lot of people on the left were like, you know, Reacher's just, you know, dad fantasy. They call it like, I guess they called it dad porn or something like that. The Reacher show. And it was too I mean, if anybody did watch the show, it has a diversity of characters. It's not just, you know, it's not just one style. It did have a lot of different, you know, people in it, but it was like, no, just, you know, white dad fantasy and stuff like that. But forget that. Toxic masculinity. And now we're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch the show that's I called Toxic not too long ago. So it's like, okay.
Right. And here's this this photo of him from a few years ago. I mean, listen, that I really don't have a problem with people taking their stance. Yeah. You just gotta, you know, you gotta realize that you are an entertainer. And if you're first, and if you're not, then you're you know, wanting to prove your point first. Not everyone's going to agree with your points, buddy. Not everyone's going to agree with your points. And people on both sides have had meltdowns over this.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely meltdowns. It's, you know, and to me, that goes back to why are you making these people your gods? You know, he's just an actor in Reacher, or, you know, these other films. Whether it was convenient when he didn't know his politics, it was convenient if you agreed with his politics, but because you don't agree, you're going to boycott. And I think this is really interesting, man, because this is another sign of our times.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think part of it is that, you know, when people have like their side and all that stuff, and you're like, okay, we know what side they are. But then you're like people that, you know, like he was specific, I guess, in his attack, very specific. So there's I think it's a bigger backlash from those specific attacked areas that overflowed into the bigger, shall we say, kind of like right wing of you know, the Twitter world and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there was some specifics in his, you know, in his interview that was very, very targeted. So, that you target something and, sometimes you hit it.
I mean, I got to be honest. Even before all this, I've never watched an episode of Reacher. His Reacher. No, that's not true. I think I watched the first 2 episodes, season 1. Season 1.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I had a good time. I thought season 1 was better than season 2, but they're both very enjoyable. Season very well done. The character. I think you would like the not side characters, but the elenco.
But see, what I'm trying to get back to is whether I like it or not. That's not the point. Like people like him, to Leguizamo, to Gina Carano, to actors on the conservative, liberal act, whatever it is. If I'm an entertainer and working in the business, you keep all that stuff to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Because as soon as you start mouthing off on the left or on the right, you're going to lose that left side of your audience, that right side of your audience. You're going to offend that. And it speaks to our times where it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
Now, you can like have a charity or, work for, some foundation and you're doing your, charity work. But I think people now are more prone to, mouth off their takes in a Hollywood Reporter interview, where it's like, well, how far are you going to go with that? Because are you willing for your career to be lost? It's interesting. Melissa Barrera of Scream was fired because of her stance on Israel and Palestine. She hasn't backed down. She hasn't stopped. And now you're kind of seeing a turnaround where more actors are taking a stance against Palestine, which that would never happen in Hollywood before.
Right.
So again, I think because of the times that this is all of this is more important than your craft. The craft of acting, of make-believe, of entertaining and helping people. You know what? This is probably the greatest social movement that you could do. Right? The greatest thing that you can do as an actor is act. Right? That's the great. You want to change hearts and minds. You want to make the world a better place. Act. That's what you're born. There's those old bumper stickers back in the day. Born to act. Right? Samuel French would put those out there. Samuel French would they're the ones that released they printed plays. Old school printed plays. They had the Born to Act. That's probably how you could be the most positive way, force of change in your community is being the greatest at your field. And then if you want to do charity work, foundation work, go do it, man. Keep it private. Keep it anonymous. Right? Because to me, when I read I got to be honest with you, and then we'll get to your comments, guys. We love super chats. We love PayPal chats as well. I got to be honest with you. This when I read this, homeboy, that's all ego, and that is also too. I want your approval. Hollywood, love me. I want your approval. I didn't take any of that seriously. And I've heard all that garbage before. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, Trump's a piece of shit. Oh, yeah. And MAGA, they're all pieces of shit. Oh, yeah, cops, pieces of shit. I mean, who are you, man? Who are you? Whether I agree with you or not, that's not the point. Right? I'm not going to you to I don't need to know your stance on this stuff. You don't live my life. You don't pay my bills, dog. In fact, I pay your bills. I just gave you money this weekend because I paid to go see your film, Alan. So what's it going to be, Allie? What's it going to be? I think you've already let us know what it's going to be. So I'm curious on the fallout on anything that transcribes out of this. What say you, Fletcher?
Yeah, I think it's mostly you you play with fire kind of thing. You get burned, type deal. I mean, on this his side, he's been doing the the entertainment social media game for a while. I don't know if you know, Paulie. He's got a YouTube channel where he does like scripture hours and stuff like that. And he like shares his faith a lot, like everywhere and stuff. So it was a bit of a shock when he like attacks, his mom's church and stuff like that. It was, I don't know. It's like, did he get into the coke bin or something? It was like, dude, you've been like golden boy for a long time, and then you get into the coke bin, and then you go all diatribe, and then it's like, whoa, it's crazy.
And there are reports like, he's like doubling down. I'm going to be on Twitter now for a while. The reports that's not his account.
Oh no, the one, yeah, it was funny because a lot of people, even like, I tweeted Jonas. It's like, dude, that's not him, bro. Yeah, there's a fake account of him like doing like,
right. So
that's
and
not
also too, context is everything. It's Hollywood Reporter, so they, they got all this juicy stuff, even though they got all this other stuff. We're gonna put that as a headliner.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, listen, he said what he said. It is what it is. I'm just curious to saying what he said, from putting down the authorities, our enforcement, which is in vogue, to the conservative, to everything, man. He really does he have a really it's obvious he didn't know who his fan base was, because up until now that was the majority of his fan base, agree or not agree. I mean right.
Yeah, no, it's completely. I mean, I think it was after Reacher and a few of the other things he did, because he did that one it was almost semi-Christian movie that came out.
Oh yeah, the Miracle film.
The Miracle film and stuff like that. You go, from Reacher to that, you're kind of like, oh, wait a minute. A lot of people were talking, at least in conservative circles, that this is the next Chris Pratt. Like, he's the new golden child and stuff.
Gotcha,
and then it was like, wait a minute.
Right,
it was like a double slap, because he's doing, religious films, he's doing action films.
I hear you. So he's like, listen, I'm not your boy. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's like, he let us know, hey man, I'm not your cat. And I'm like, oh cool, cat. No worries. Thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you for that. We appreciate the heads up. Save some money.
I'm not the one. Gotcha.
It's almost like he got the like, wait a minute, do you know these are your fans? It's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Let's go. Let's not go down that route. Yeah. It's like, okay, all right. No
all right, well, we have some comments, and we're gonna get to the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, the spoiler review, because we do have a non-spoiler review that's up. And these videos have been doing really well, getting a lot of play. Civil War, our Gringo one, our what was the other film? So you guys are watching the videos. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Okay, here we go. Orion, I used to love his character on Blue Mountain State, but yeah, this is kind of yikes.
Yeah.
Never saw Blue Mountain State.
I think it was like like a football, like college football.
Right.
Or high school or something like that. Yeah.
He was skinny on Smallville when he played Aquaman. Wow.
Yeah. He played Aquaman in like the Smallville episode and stuff.
I thought it was Vinny Chase.
No, he did Aquaman in the.
You didn't get my reference. Anyone who got my reference, you guys will win. Let me see. What do you guys want to win? You guys will win a Zorro Yeti cup. Okay. What did I mean by Vinny Chase playing Aquaman? What is that from? In the chat right now, you guys can win. You guys will win. I don't have one of the Zorro cups. Put it in right now. Vinny Chase is Aquaman. Okay. Richardson might not be wise to break the law or drive too fast. Oh,
Yeah. You better keep it on the speed limit on that one.
That's another thing too, man. He just pissed off all the law the authorities.
Oh, there you go. Sax got it.
Probably your biggest fans. Probably for his Entourage, baby.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, I've been doing a mad binge on Entourage. I love that show, man. Yeah, Vinny Chase, man. Entourage. Entourage. Yeah, man. Okay, here we go. He forgot the rule. If you say something political, you're going to upset half the audience. Rich has found a way to upset 90% of the audience. 90% of his old audience. You're right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's what kind of like, again, like you said, what was he on? Like, did he did he fall off?
Yeah, it's like he got into, it's like, does he need to call his sponsor?
Zax, I was looking forward to Ministry and I didn't know it already came out. Bad marketing. It's not officially open yet. It opens this Friday. I just saw the early screening Saturday. Yeah. I'm seeing marketing all over the place for that film. I liked Reacher. Hey, Penny. Effing book. Reacher should have been the next Punisher. He's destroying his career. It's too bad, man.
Yeah, I think he wanted to play Batman too. There was like
Azteca Aguilar 04. Remember the 90s when no one gave a damn about what the actors liked, didn't like? Now we live in a funny era where politics sides have been more the highlight than the person.
Yeah, social media, man. Social media.
I think that's why I like Entourage, because literally the years that Entourage was on, like 04 to 2010 or whenever it ended just before this all took off. They're talking about it in the show, but it's like last of the it's the aughts, so it's like the last of the good era there, and it's interesting how all that is. Oh, keep it to yourself. The Player, the movie, The Player. Yes, and that did you ever see that film? Yeah.
Oh, that's the one where he's an
agent,
billiards player, right? Or so was it?
No. He's an agent.
Oh, okay.
It's Tim Robbins. You're talking about the Robert Altman film, right? More MAGA?
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about, Amon?
That's a great film. God, I haven't seen that in years. Maybe I'll see that. Julissa, member of the channel. You could be a member of the channel. We always have exclusive videos. In fact, we have Civil War spoiler review exclusive to members only. That's up now. To watch it, you got to be a member. That's what we do. Zax, who's not a member, what's going on? All right, you know what? I think we should stop the stream because Zax is not a member. Put you on spot, Leia.
Do they even have memberships in Canada? Are you allowed to become a member of
Canada? I'm just playing with it, man. I'm just playing with it. Penny's a member of the channel. Alan is bipolar. Blame it on the meds. Wait a minute. Is that for real?
It could be. That's what it. If anything else, that would make total sense.
Penny, are you being for real? Type it right now. Are you
being facetious, or you're?
We got members in our family that are bipolar, and that is a real thing. That is a heavy thing. He's out of reach. Man.
That's joke for the win.
Julissa, membership for 10 months. Polly, appreciate how you always keep it real on your channel. Love, always keep your slant fuerte. Gracias, Julissa. I always appreciate you this past year being a great member of the channel and being so supportive. She bought the book in our book campaign. And for those of you guys who, oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess it's hell.
All right. Well, you know what then? I need to do a little more reading up. We might have to do a follow-up video because, yeah. Thank you for that information, guys. Thank you for the information. That's very illuminating, and I'm absolutely serious. Okay, so let us play this and we will be right back. Do I have it here? Did we get rid of it?
No, I don't think so. We didn't touch anything.
No, the commercial? The book commercial?
It should be there. I mean, it should be like on the top stuff. Yeah, isn't it 096? Isn't that the one?
Here, you play it. Click it.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
No, I thought that was.
No, it's in videos.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Listen, guys, I wrote a book. It's a novella. It's on sale now on bookbaby.com. It's only $9.99, print or on demand. I recommend print, not the digital. Love the print. Love the book. Got one right here, in fact. And I've been hearing from a couple of people now who have gotten the book. Who have gotten the book that they dug the character building. They dug the world. It's about 32 pages. It's a novella, all original. I wrote, cool artwork. I think you're going to love these characters. It's called They Call Me Charleston. Let's get the link in the chat. Thank you so much, Fletcher. Really appreciate you. And we will play a commercial of this next week when we find the video. But to those that sponsored it, you guys are starting to get your copies and your posters. And I believe when I was in Film Threat, their live chat, I was a co-host the other day. We had a couple of people who were like, Paul, I finally got my copy. I loved it. It's like,
awesome.
Yes. That was great, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's got one of theirs already, right? But you can get yours.
There's still more from the original. But you can now buy it for $9.99.
Yeah, if you touch the link right now, there's no waiting. It just ships right to you.
Correct. You're just not getting the autograph, the special extra goodies like bookmarkers or stickers, but this $9.99 gets you the book, and it's only. It's 38 pages. It's a wonderful read. It paint a new world. It's got descriptions of the world, of the characters, of their powers and all that stuff. We're working on the second part because conceivably this is 12 stories. So this is just the first one. This is just the first one. All right, let me check. All right, good.
Yeah, and but we also have a website that we want to shout out.
Shout it out. Well, right. Are you talking about the slant.com?
That's slant.com.
The slant.com, man.
Yes, we got the latinoslant.com. If you see right on the bottom, www, the latinoslant.com. The is very important. Make sure it's the latinoslant.com. And basically what we're going to give you is fresh stories every day coming out of Hollywood, not only from Polly, but also our Latinos on the floor, getting the best news articles that we can in the inside scoop of the industry. All you have to do is put your email, and then you will get a fresh, piping hot edition whenever something new comes about. The latinoslant.com. We don't sell your information, only get fresh Latino slant content all the time. And welcome, Pete the Cat, to Slantino Soldado. Bienvenidos.
Oh, nice.
Woo.
Nice, Pete.
Thank you.
Another one.
It was allowed in Canada. See,
oh, my God. Know? It's a party, everybody. Get the bigote. And the Mexican Iron Man. And the Soco Rider.
The low rider is a little higher.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pete the Cat.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
12 new members.
Nice.
Super chats.
Nice.
We're like a real channel.
We're like, yeah, we're like,
okay.
know.
Here's what I'd like to do. I would like to do a different type of film review on the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. And what I'd like to do is have you lead it in regards to ask me about the film, and I will tell you about it in the chat through Fletcher. Maybe it could be like ministry question. How does that sound?
Yeah, if you put an M in front of it, then I'll pick it up.
So let's start right now, Fletcher. Off the top of your head, what's the first question you have for the?
I guess the first question for me is, is it what it's portraying, which is a fun action flick?
Yes, I think it's it's portrayed as a fun action flick. It's a good looking movie because Guy Ritchie knows how to make a good looking film. Yeah. So it's got that homage to Dirty Dozen, to Inglorious Bastards. Great characters, insurmountable odds, and yet it seems a little too easy. Like the carnage is a little too easy to they're almost too slick. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and it's still entertaining. It's just that's what I got out of it. As far as how it's marketed. Yeah.
So would you say it's more A-Team, less Dirty Dozen?
Maybe it's still in the confines of even though they're like a bad squad, it is World War II and World War II's technology. So the basic setup of the story is once we're introduced to Henry Cavill and his cast of characters, their mission, if he so chooses it. Actually, wait a minute, that's Mission Impossible. Is they need to thwart U-boats into controlling the Atlantic, because German U-boats have been controlling the Atlantic, which means the U.S. is not going to get involved in the war. They're just not going to do it because they can't get their big carriers over there. So the British intel, and you have Churchill and all these heads of the different war departments, including the Secretary of Navy, Ian Fleming. Mm-hmm. Yes, Ian Fleming.
James Bond.
Come up with this idea. Well, let's get just a crack team to go in there and do the impossible. And so they release Major Phillips, Cavill, to create his own team and go and do this job ungentlemanly, like, because they're still into being a gentleman, all that stuff.
Right.
So really, it's like James Bond origin day one. It's really cool. Like Mission 1, it's really really it, because that's Cavill's character hated authority. James Bond hates authority, even though he is a gentleman to a degree. He does his own thing. You know what I mean? This is that, but on another, kind of a heightened. So they he gets his team together, and they go to oh God, it's not Cape Verde, but it's down by the African coastline where the U-boats resupply. They're going to cut off the supply chain.
Okay.
That's what happens. And so their job is to cut off the supply chain, while Issa's character and another gentleman, they infiltrate in the actual city of where everything's happening at. And she has to get close to the Nazi in charge there so she can kind of like, the art of deception. Her character is fantastic. I loved her. Mm-hmm. She might be my favorite character, and I did not expect that. All right, so I think you guys get a good sense of story of where I'm coming from. All right, do we have any questions?
Yeah. So we have Melvin Deeply ask, like Kelly's Heroes, maybe.
Oh God.
That's that. It's the movie with Clint Eastwood. They're trying to recover like relics and stuff like that.
My thing with this film is that there's no pearl. There is, but no one dies. So it's like, yeah, you got to get someone that dies, but it's a true story. So I guess in this particular mission, no one died, right? So I mean, we're doing major spoilers here, guys. Here,
major spoiler.
Let's let's put up a lower banner. Let's have a lower banner. Spoilers. All right, what's the next question?
So the next one, Sandra asks, the Wolf Pack.
The Wolf Pack. What does that mean?
The Wolf Pack. I don't know if Sandra, do you mean the documentary about the homeschool kids and stuff like that, or let us know what you're talking about. I guess the Canaries is what is
North Africa, Latino. Yes,
yes.
So I maybe you can look it up really fast as far as the actual. God, I forgot, guys, where all the action takes place. It's a small town. It's a port town off of North African coast, and the day-to-day is run by the Spaniards with some of the Italians there, but it's Nazi run. But then you have the manual labor of the Africans there. So you got all those characters there. You have the Spaniards, you have some Italians. So it's kind of like that look and feel, which I loved, of being very Casablanca, right? Because that was the fashion, the era that it's 1942. And yeah, Casablanca's on the other side of Africa. I'm just saying, like, look, feel, fashion, attitude and art direction of that little town was perfect, guys. It was really cool, which made Issa's character being kind of the seductress, but also like, she's also like a gun runner. She, a gold runner. She's looking for gold. Her role was great. So yeah. What else we got?
So we got Pete the Cat, Kelly's Heroes.
It's not a heist movie. It's definitely not a heist movie.
Not a heist movie.
It is a movie where everyone has a mission, a particular job within the mission to end the supply chain to the U-boats. All right. So some people is literally Henry Cavill and his guys got to go into the bay, plant bombs, to blow stuff up. Other people have to work relationships. They're double agents. Other people have to work certain, Morse code. It's all Morse code that they deal with each other. So it's really cool. But they don't. They want to blow up the main carrier that supplies the U-boats. That does not go to plan. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but that does not go to plan. So they do have to come up with a creative plan B, which is pretty cool. I actually liked it. Okay.
All right. So then,
and this is a cool movie, guys. This is a cool. I probably want to see it again, and I'll probably like it more because I went in there with another idea, like, it was going to be like, more kick ass. I don't know what, but anyways, here we go.
All right. There I am. So basically, Melvin Deebly says Wolfpack refers to the German subs in the Atlantic in World War II.
Okay, so Wolfpack, is that an American name, American take, or is that a British take? Because this is it's all British, guys.
Yeah, I think it's British.
I don't recall them calling anything the Wolfpack. I could be mistaken. At the end of the film, the ministry works now for Churchill. It's like, you boys work for me, and the lady and Issa, and it was really cool. It was really cool because, again, it's like the creation of of the
MI6.
At the MI6. Yeah, in a way, and I like that stuff because then I also like that at the end, the post credits, they're showing the real person and like giving details that these people really existed, and like I was like, wow, like Issa's character ended up being a movie star. Like she was a real like that. She was that beautiful, and I was like, it was great. She was perfectly cast.
Yeah, I guess Sanders says submarine taxes of the German U-boats was the Wolfpack tactics. Multiple U-boats would attack and convoy ships.
So they didn't get heavily into that. They just did a little bit of that, but they referred to it as like the U-boats are just crushing us, absolutely crushing us. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and I think, so they're saying, I guess his area was Morocco and Libya.
No, Morocco, Libya is on the top side, is on the Mediterranean. This is all the way around the Atlantic coast, going down past the Ivory Coast in that particular. Let me look it up. Give me a second.
I know that they shot in Morocco, if that's what you mean, Mitsu. I think that's where they shot some of this stuff.
It's literally past Cape Verde, but let me get the
so like South Africa there?
No, not that far, not that deep. Okay. Is it Praia? Fogo? Let's do like a map. Should we do like a Google map?
Sure. Orion does say it sounds kind of fun. Would you say it's a
lot of fun?
If you want to have fun, go check this out.
A lot of fun. Yes.
All right. Cool. And Mitsu asked another name. Who said, would this be 4K demo material? Do you think he shot this on film? Like, would it be good to have a 4K release of?
Beautifully shot. And it said there is shot a lot in nighttime.
Oh, cool. So like a nighttime scenes and all that stuff. So you would say this is definitely a good 4K demo release if they release it in 4K.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I saw it because it was an advanced screening. I didn't see it in its biggest theater. I saw it in kind of a standard theater. I didn't have a choice because it's early access. And also too, it was post track. So I got to which I'd never done before. I got to vote in their post track, that was interesting. Like they asked me, what was the reason for going? I said, lead actor. How old are you? They didn't ask my ethnicity, but they're still, they give you a card and then you just like pull the stub out for your answer. And then you just turn it in. Yeah.
I think cool. Sanders says the Canary Islands.
The Canary Islands.
Is that where it is?
You know what? Let me just look it up.
But Sachs hits the tough questions here. Oh. Nobody dies.
Just have no one dies. I mean,
none of anyone misgendered.
No. What? No, it's true story. That would have been silly.
He's taking out.
Aziz is being silly.
He's being silly.
Plot.
Are you open for any type of war movie if it's good?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes, I love war movies. I love, also like, intrigue, spy stuff. You're being different people. You're kind of undercover. I also like period pieces where it's like, World War I or World War II, and you have the or even 18th or 17th century. You're subject to those to the technology at the time.
Yeah, Sachs says he thinks that it's the guy from Bavaria that named them the Wolf Pack. So it was, I guess, on the German side that they were named the Wolf Pack, not on the English side.
I don't know.
And Sanders says it's Atlantic before the African coast, or the Canary Islands. It's where
I'm like kind of lost now. You know why? Because they do a lot of maps in the film.
Oh, okay.
Like you know, because Henry Cavill and most of the group are on boat, and they got to boat it all the way around Africa to meet up with Issa, who's going by train. And it's all German run, like Nazi run. So you see the different parts of Africa that really you see all the parts of the continents that Germany has taken over. That's really cool. So I really want to bring up one of those maps for you guys. And I think Clobberin Times is here. Hey, what's up, Clobberin Times?
Hey, what's up, Chloe?
Somewhere. What's up, Clobby? 82 people still hanging out with us. God bless y'all. Oh, we can kill we got 94 votes.
Oh, cool. What did we end up with?
So you get 63% real tacos, Taco Bell 15, Chipotle 11, Olive Garden 8. Yeah. Don't go to Olive Garden for tacos. That's just kind of a rule there. Let me look up world maps. Okay. All right.
I sent you a map, like a World War II map. I don't know if that helps.
Cameroon.
Cameroon? All right. So let's see. What's up, Chloe?
Well, this area here of Nigeria, Lagos.
Yeah, Lagos.
Where's the map you sent me?
I texted to you. I'm gonna email it.
Coming up.
All right. Oh, so let's see. 1 second.
Oh yeah, but this is like too far north.
Hold on 1 second. Be right back.
All right, so let me bring this up, guys. Just as far as a map. Okay, because they do refer to maps a lot in this, and it's this area. Let me see, where am I? This area here.
All right.
Because you see the you see them go around here all the way down, and they kind of run into stuff. You know, there's definitely little adventures because they got to get a guy, they got to break a guy out of prison. That was a lot of fun. That was brutal. And then they kind of meet up around here because they're saying this is where the U-boats resupplied. And then,
okay, so West Africa, the West African coast.
Yes, but like down south, but not, you know. So as far as Morocco and Casablanca, that's all here.
Yeah, I think maybe they had meant because it was shot in Morocco, I guess.
Right, and it's look and feel, so that was a great look. Okay, do we have any other questions, guys?
Let's see. Maps and Polly is all fun, but Equalizer said, maps and all, Polly is full on research this.
Well, yeah, and it's because it's in the film, which was really cool, you know, like yeah, the ministry, because their website doesn't really bring any of that up.
Yeah, that would be a fail. That would have been a cool thing.
Like they should have those maps on the
yeah,
website.
they should have those. I couldn't find the maps anywhere from the movie. The Brits were on the point of losing the war due to the U-boats in the Atlantic and the Wolfpack tactics that were successfully adopted by the end of the war. I guess the First World War, they continued to use it with success. So I guess it was that hit and run type of success that they probably share with you in the movie, right?
Yep. First ever Special Forces organization formed by Churchill and a small group of military officials, including author Ian Fleming.
Nice. And Olaf gives you a compliment here. Polly knows how to sell a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting paid. We're not sponsored. Yeah. You know, any other questions in regards to try Googling Wolfpack Patrols? Okay, well, yeah, I'm kind of like done with that.
All right.
But any other questions in regards to this film? I had given it a 3 out of 4, right?
Oh, cool. Nice.
And because there's nothing they do, they don't retcon anything as far as modernize it. None of that. All these people existed. I did say that Isa Gonzalez's character, no, not because she's Mexican, the actress, her character is the best written one, and maybe because she just does more undercover stuff, and that was really intriguing for me, because that her and this other guy that were in it, they were more in peril than Henry Cavill and his boys. You almost felt like they're just mowing Nazis down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no it was not until the end where they had to change their mission that they too were kind of in trouble. Whereas Issa and this guy, they were in peril. As soon as they left the UK, they were in peril.
Right. So you felt the tension was more palpable with the Issa characters that they were followed. Do you think it's because maybe he's trying to set up maybe like something else with Issa and that character, or?
I don't know what other missions they ended up going on. I do know in real life, her character ends up marrying Henry Cavill's character, which is really fascinating. I would love to see another movie with them two. You know, Henry Cavill and Issa's, you know, they're great on camera. Kristen Lee's he was even really,
yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
So I guess that's how we got the whole MI6 thing, you know.
I mean, if you're into that and into James Bond, you're gonna, and the lore and the true origins, you're gonna love this. You know, again, my only complaint was that these guys were kicking too much ass too easily. Like they were never in danger. Even when these guys were trying to beat up on Alan, you know, it was cool. It was cool. But, you know, with Schwarzenegger and Rambo, you know, those guys, they always got their asses kicked before they were able to complete a mission, which you kind of appreciated. I wanted to see a little more of that.
Cool.
Cavill, yep.
I know that Guy Ritchie, he just recently did, you know, he did that movie, The Gentleman, and then they turned that into a TV show that's very, getting a lot of acclaim right now. I think it's on Max or something. So it's interesting that you would say that, because that would really, I mean, if he's doing like a movie and then moving the movie into a TV show, like he did for The Gentleman, because he brought the whole world into it, it could be interesting if you say like these characters I had more of a connection with. Maybe that's intentional, because, you know, what do you guys think? Do you think that he's could shift it into a TV show? I mean, continue the adventures?
Again, I think anything's possible. The cast of these guys was really good, you know, because you had like an Irishman, you had a guy, I think he was half Asian, but British. You know, everyone had the British accents. You know, the characters were great, and they're the motley crew. Like at the end, they're like, you know, you guys work for me, you know, Churchill. So I could totally see more, you know, at least a couple more movies.
Oh, that's awesome. So Emily says, I remember in this time travel show from the 2010s called Timeless, the characters met Ian Fleming in the past, though in the World War II, who acted like James Bond on the episode. So cool. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's all and it's all there in the movie, which I really got a kick out of. And you know, the fashion, you know, Cavill's character is a bit of an oddball, where he falls in love with wearing the Nazi leather jacket. That was good.
Cool. That was good. You see this as could probably becoming the James Bond that we kind of want, because a lot of people are saying if you're going to redo James Bond, bring it back to a period piece and bring back and do Henry Cavill as James Bond. So this movie is doing that in a sense without calling him James Bond. Right?
Well, that's when I was walking out, I was thinking about it. It's like, oh yeah, remember everyone was pushing for Cavill to be James Bond. He is. He's just the original.
Right.
You know, Major Phillips. and he was fantastic, and he looked incredible. I honestly want to see more of him and maybe the Issa character. All the characters were fine, right? I'm just doing the ones that are more intriguing. And then, like you said, go on some World War II, more World War II missions.
Yeah, Mr. asked they won't cast Cavill for Bond because he's an American. He's actually not. He's actually British.
No, he's British.
Yeah,
and his accent was full on Brit.
Yeah,
that kind of threw me for a second because I don't think I've ever seen Cavill in years act with his British accent. Maybe in the Tudors, but God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
So yeah, those are that's my spoiler review. I did enjoy it, and it's got a great look and feel. There's there's no modern take. And with Issa's character, she was specially trained, and in her character was an expert shooter, and they had a great scene of her doing that. I loved it. It was there was also a great support cast, and I think if anything, another problem I had was the villain and the actor who played him. Not him. He's a fantastic actor. Let's look him up. And I believe he played Till Schweiger played Heinrich Luhr, and I believe he was in what did I say? Inglourious Bastards as a Nazi, right? And he was fantastic as well. He had that. He was the sergeant in Inglourious Bastards in the cafe scene, right?
Oh, okay.
In the bar scene. Remember the underground bar?
Yeah, that was cool.
And there was almost like, here's another spoiler, guys. It was almost kind of ripped off. His character was ripped off from that, even to where he kind of heard Issa's character speak in German, and she says something incorrect in German. Remember, that was in Inglourious Bastards, right? It's like, oh, I gave it away, like how do they do the one or something like that in Inglourious Bastards. Here, she said a Yiddish word by accident instead of a full German. So Issa's character is fantastic, man. She's like a Jewish Brit, and she speaks all these languages in the film. And here's another thing, right? Here's another thing. I kept thinking of Issa's career and Daisy Ridley's career because both were the finalists for Rey for Star Wars.
Okay.
Right? Issa didn't get it. Look at her career since then. Rey got it. Daisy got it. Look at Daisy's career since then. Right? And then full circle, you have Issa Gonzalez playing a Brit with all these languages and accents. I'm like, Daisy would have died to play that role.
Right.
She would have died to play that role.
Plus, she impressed Guy Ritchie so much. He already cast her, I think, in 2 other projects already.
I mean, that's his girl. And, and what's great about Issa, it's great to see her catapult into these different roles. And not just, be your Mexican Spitfire roles like in Dusk Till Dawn and, all that stuff.
Right. And Hannibal had he said he loved the intro. So
the
intro good?
The intro to the movie. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that was great.
That was great. So okay.
That was great. So it was it was almost a prelude how the James Bond movies are done. Remember before they roll credits, there's always that 10 minute thing.
Right.
They do that here. And it's with Cavill and Alan on the boat, and they get boarded by Nazis.
Wow. Yahtzees or
Yahtzees, that's too late for that.
Right,
Hannibal, I'm right with you, Hannibal.
All right, cool. We got Sanders showing. I know that for sure because Peter Jackson gave direction to Sherman with stabbed in the back. Lee asked Jackson if he knew how people react when stabbed in the back. He told him, I guess. Oh, I guess it's a two-parter or something. Oh, so I guess Jackson had been part of the SAS when he had liquidated person by stabbing them in the back. So I guess he was familiar with that, with how to do that because of his knowledge of fighting in the war.
Oh God, you're taking me back, Hannibal.
Right.
He's been. Schweiger's been in a lot.
Right.
And
yeah.
So I think ultimately, I don't know how you felt, Hannibal. I thought he was underused. The character was like underwritten a little bit. It was a little too plain, and he was great with what they gave him.
Right.
So let me know what you think, Hannibal. Since Hannibal saw it, is this true, guys? Do we have 100 likes?
Yeah. Let's celebrate.
Woo, 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 woo. Ooh. That's great. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Yes, she is gorgeous. And not only is she gorgeous, guys, this is probably her best acted role because everything has been like kind of either very, very supportive, like in Godzilla or I don't know what. Ambulance, you saw her you saw her acting skills a little bit. She was the paramedic in Ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
But this is her best role to date. Her best role to date. I mean, there's just so much for her to do.
Is it better than Three Body Problem for her? I mean,
I haven't seen it.
A lot of acclaim for that one.
Dude, you're right. I haven't seen Three Body Problem. Here's the thing: is that this is her year.
Yeah, she's got 6 movies coming out.
We have covered up and coming actors on the channel here for years. We predicted, Sholo. We predicted Jenna Ortega, and we in our top 10 to look out for in 21. Isa's mentioned. Adria Arjona is mentioned, and Adria, Isa and Adria. They used to kind of look alike. Isa's gotten some work done.
She had a lot of work done, but that was when he was younger. That's when she was younger, though. I mean, all fair, she had that done after.
Let me tell you something else. The dresses they have Isa in. That's another thing I appreciate. They made this woman look sexy and hot, right? Because you had to be, because you were trying to lure the German. It's like, there's no manly looking women in this.
Yeah, she was femme fatale.
Femme fatale, man.
Yeah. Lord Tosh says she says she's great in Three Body Problem.
I think we're gonna have to do a Isa Gonzalez
retrospect.
Her year, because this could be her year. We were predicting that with Melissa last year, and it didn't really work out as much as it did for Jenna. But listen, these are all very talented people. But Isa, man, oof, wow, what a power, what a performance. So, anything else with this?
No, I think we've covered ministry well.
Great.
And what you doing Tuesday night?
Tuesday night. I don't know. What am I doing Tuesday night?
Oh, you said Tuesday night in the memo I got.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
I can't remember.
All right, but Wednesday we got Minutes en Español, and we also got shorts coming up.
Yeah. So what do you guys got going on Midnight Edge Espanol really quickly?
Yeah, so this Wednesday we're going to be covering a whole lot of topics, and we want you to come check it out, Midnight Edge en Español, and it's going to be fun. I think we're gathering stories right now as we speak, and a lot of stuff that's happening. We were covering last week everything that's going on with X and Elon Musk in Brazil, but also a lot of stuff that's happening in Argentina, also Central America. And we also delved in a lot of things on what a lot of companies are doing to kind of exasperate this DEI and bridge problem and what you can do to kind of help yourself by not letting the internet have as much of your information as possible. And yeah, it's going to be fun. But we also got shorts from Lily coming up on Midnight Edge, and check them out. Those shorts are really fun, and I think you guys will like it.
I am trying to. Oh, my AMC. Okay, I'm looking up my dashboard and seeing what movies I'm going to be seeing. I just did a run 4 nights in a row of seeing a bunch of films.
Yeah,
for you guys. So those are up: Civil War, Long Game, Ministry, and Maidan, the Indian film.
Yeah,
Last night. So I mean, the diversity of films that I see,
it's crazy.
What's up, brother? What's up, clobbering times? We're clobbering with
clobbering times.
It's clobbering times.
And Misu, yeah, we don't have a Portuguese Midnight Edge em espanhol, mas falamos português quando a gente quer que eu falo português, a gente fala, não? But we do cover stuff in Spanish. But we did talk a lot about, a lot of the news that I was getting from Brazil. And I guess your second question, what happened in Argentina for movies? There was a big cutback in entertainment budgets with the new president. And in Argentina, a lot of the art films are sponsored by the government. So it's like a big cry because a lot of the indie movie scene in Argentina is actually funded by the government. So there was a lot of movies and a lot of things that are kind of in flux right now because of the movie tax over there. So we did touch a little bit, very little on it.
Really fast, I do have one early access screening that I already got a ticket for. It's not till May 8th, but it is for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, cool. So
we bought that early because those early access ones are now being
selective or something
promoted earlier on the AMC app. So we gotta reserve quicker now.
Okay. Yeah, and I saw that according to Rosa, that is fala pouco português, tá bem? Eu falo pouco também. Mas meu português é muito ruim. We touched that with Rosa. She said that this is a complete new Planet of the Apes. So like if you didn't watch the sequels before, that this is going to be kind of like it's further in the future. So you don't really have to watch them. So it's almost like a fresh take on the whole world. And that sounds kind of cool.
Oh, hey, really fast. We are almost at a milestone with the channel. And Pete, I just made you a wrench. So there you have it, buddy. Pete's. We are at where are we at? We're three subs away from 11,500.
Oh, that's a nice number.
If you guys are here and you guys have been listening, anyone's been on the lurking low, going, on the low pro, and you like this stream and you're not subscribed, can you do me a favor right now? Can you subscribe? Because we're 3 away from that. Now, I'm going to tell you guys honestly right now, with the channel, unfortunately, we don't make the big bucks. So we have other jobs. You're making a lot of noise over there. What the?
That's
What's that?
That's my turtle. He's out and about.
Okay, we love the turtle, but let me just mute you for a second. So listen, guys. We're not one. Obviously, we're not one of the big channels. We are channel quality, as I hope you guys agree. We cover a lot, and all those movies I go see, all the things I do, expenses incur. I'm not asking right now for any money. Here's what I'm asking you guys: when you subscribe, watch our videos. If you watch our videos, it helps our AdSense. We get more of the pie. And our monthly goes up, which every cent is crucial to me in this channel right now. What I'm having to do, which I'm gladly doing, is I'm working my other jobs. I'm at a point where I'm gonna have to make a decision by the end of this year. Do I go 100% all the way with this, but I'm trying to break on through to that 30K to where we're kind of sustaining, and we could have a decent little living out of this, but we're not there yet. But what you can do for free is you subscribe and watch our videos. Don't just, comment or like, which do as well. But if you watch the videos, that gets us to that bigger pie of the subscribers. And we have still 80 people with us. So, Fletcher, that this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's completely, it's great. There's so much love that we're getting from you guys. Thank you so much. I mean, hey, you're the guys who keep everything going here at the Latino Slant.
Oh, we did it. We did it.
What?
11,500 subscribers. Woo!
That's awesome.
That's awesome, guys.
Man.
That's awesome. I think it calls for some music or something. What do we want? Let's get some
Let's get some drums going, man.
Let's get some. I'm a little verklempt here. Here you go. I gotta tell you, man, Fletcher knows.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys in the chat. Fletcher knows. Mike knows. This is really hard to do, to keep this going. And it's and it's hard for some of my family members to understand what I'm doing. It's like, what? You're on YouTube? We should be go out there working, I'm not a young guy, right? So this is huge, guys. My heart, my mind, my emotions, man. I can't thank you enough, especially Fletcher, our members, man. These guys have been with us. Julissa, Lord Thoth, Olaf, I mean, clobbering times, Jim Watari, Mexican Iron Man, clobbering times. So thank you guys.
Dang, Onion Ninjas.
Look at people who haven't been commenting this whole time, commenting now. Gracias, Manuel. Thank you. Very difficult to find. Yeah,
Yes, it is. It is very difficult. But they are some.
Oh my God, Paul, oh my God, you are crying, Paul. Yeah, I got. I'm a pretty emotional guy.
It's the ninja onions.
Too late. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We work. You guys know, and Gabby, Sean, all you guys know how hard we work, and but that we, like someone said, it's passion. I love covering what I cover. People are like asking me, "You're Latino Slam. Why are you covering the Indian stuff, Indian films?" I love them. Why do you cover non-Latino stuff? I love it. It's not rocket science. So do what you love.
That's it.
It's what I love. And like I'm when I'm very passionate about loving all people and not having divisions. I'm very honest with that. I think I don't see. Listen, I love people. And some people in the chat I've met in person. Look to meet more of you. I mean, it would be one of my. I'm gonna tell you, man, it'd be one of my dreams, besides Fletcher, to meet this guy in person. To meet my dude. To meet my dude in person. Because he was one of the first dudes. Got 4 years now. 4 years been doing this. So it's unreal, man. Tom Connors, Midnight's Edge. Andre, Midnight's Edge. Chris Gore, Alan Ning, Film Threat. Gary, Nerdrotic. Doesn't matter if we don't agree on everything. In fact, I vehemently disagree with stuff that some of my buddies talk about. Whatever. I don't care. I love them. I think they're fantastic people. And Olaf, you're a wrench. What are you doing giving us money, dude? All right, let's thank you, man. Let's do another what do we got so many music choices there. What do you want to see, Olaf? You know all our videos. What video do you want to see? What video do you want to see? Fletcher, you read this one?
Yeah. Haz lo que te haga el corazón feliz, Polly. Do what makes your heart happy, Polly.
Nicely said, Gabby. 100%. 100%. Oh.
Doggy
dance, or we're gonna do two doggy. We're gonna do two doggy videos. 3. We'll do 3. Here we go.
Who's got their pajamas on? Oh, it's a slumber party. Oh my goodness. Oh, the slumber party time. Look at. Oh, get it, baby. Oh, get it, boys. Oh, that's a very nice. Oh, get it, baby. Get it. Get your pajamas. Who is that? Very handsome babies with the pajamas.
Oh, Mr. Butters and Bandit. Hey, we must be doing something right, Fletcher. 79 people still with us. Absolutely an incredible stream today. Cutie pooch. Yeah. Orale. Bro, 4 years. You're my first fellow YouTuber friend. You rock. You rock. You rock. And look at this. Read this one, Fletch. Look at this.
Aquí es dinero para los tacos, Poli. Here's some money for the tacos, fool.
Woo! Hungry, man. Hungry. All right. Well, I know I'm seeing a movie this Thursday night. I just don't know what film it is, and I got.
Isn't it the Planet of the Apes?
No, that's in May.
Oh wow.
No, there's another. I'm kind of burnt out, man. I was like 4 nights in a row, movie theaters.
Oh, man.
But listen, okay, we're back live Wednesday on the Midnight's Edge Espanol channel. Midnight's Edge, the mother channel, is going to redirect you guys to there. And what we do is, when we start Midnight's Edge always at 12:05, whether you guys are done or not, Midnight's Edge Espanol. And if you guys come in late, then we switch to more English presentation, so you guys aren't left out. Is that right? Pretty much.
Yeah, we're equal opportunity language.
Look at that. You rock, and I'm made of rocks.
See.
Okay. I guess that's it. Check out all the coverage we did at CinemaCon last week with Rosa Para. Rosa was in the chat for a minute. She did an incredible job, and then she's going to do a follow-up article, and we'll put that up this week. What's the movie? Let me just take this off because I was using my phone as a light source.
No,
I know. I want to tell the audience what I'm seeing. God, I guess I haven't bought the ticket yet. Coming soon. Oh, Abigail.
Oh, okay. That's the vampire movie, right?
Oh, let me tell you guys really quickly the trailers that I saw. Been seeing the last couple days on the big screen. Boy Kills World.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the trailer big screen. I loved it. I cannot wait for that movie.
Missy will ask, "Are you a big gamer, Polly?"
I'm not. I'm unfortunately, Mizu, I don't game. I don't game.
Runs game.
It's not because I don't want to, because I think that with all I do with on the channel here, and then all the movie going that I see, I think if I take on any more hobbies, my other half won't be happy. It's not that I don't want to. So I guess that's the movie. Is Abigail?
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's the vampire movie, right?
That's the vampire movie with Melissa Barrera. And it's got a good cast. So that'll be
plays the vampire.
What's that?
She plays the vampire.
No, I think she's trying to save Abigail. Abigail's a little girl vampire.
Oh, okay. So she's kind of like the
She might be one of the victims. She might be. No, I think she might be one of the victims.
Oh no.
You guys are incredible, but I think we're good. I think we're done.
All right.
Fletch.
Let's head out.
Sounds interesting. Gabby, gracias por todo. I got a cheat for you to get away with. Ooh. Okay, email me. Latino/gmail.
It's set it underneath. It's to use it to learn Japanese. Oh.
You can get me in trouble, man. You get me in trouble.
And then get your wife involved.
No, she won't do it. She won't do it.
No. There's a lot of fun ones. No. I even got my wife doing it.
She'll go. We know what Romy likes, right? Romy likes the thrillers, like Abigail. I'm gonna take her to Abigail.
There's a lot of horror games.
So. A lot of horror. But you know what? She doesn't like the teenager slasher horror films. She's like, no.
Forget Scream.
So yeah.
All right.
We do like the possessed ones, but we do have to pray and cross ourselves and all that stuff when we're watching those, like the Omens and Exorcist stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. Razor says it would be cool to have a movie with vampiros versus Calimán, which is a Mexican superhero.
Where's that? You know what? Do you guys let's just talk about this really quick, and then do you guys remember Satanic Hispanics? Has anyone in the chat seen the horror anthology film Satanic Hispanics? It was like, whether you've seen it streaming now or on in the theater.
On Tubi or something.
It's streaming now. Right. Who in the audience has seen it? Satanic Hispanics. So, we were hoping for another part 2 because it's 5 different stories, Latin American lore, horror, thrillers, really great, and they did it for peanuts. Man, where's it at right now?
Right now, it's available on demand on iTunes, Fandango at Home, Amazon Rent Video, Google Play, Microsoft Xbox, Verizon, Comcast, Dish Networks, Charter, Cox, DirecTV, Spectrum.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Sling TV. Yeah.
Do me a favor. Go and watch this. There's some that I like more than others in it, but it was all very entertaining, and they did it out of their own pocket. Now the studio that picked it up, the distribution, they are not going to greenlight another one. And I got the bad news the other day when I said I got some breaking news. Mike Mendez, the head director, threw it back to me. It's like, no, it's not going to happen. I was like, what? We got to change that. We need to discuss. We need to figure out how we can crowd fund a Satanic Hispanics Part 2, because it was 5 different stories, 5 different horror stories, 5 different directors. I think there's more horror stories to tell. What do you guys think? Slam Productions, like let's see what we can do. I don't know. There's something calling when Mike Mendez said that it's not happening, something called on me. I was like,
A hero is born, such as this. Dun, dun, dun.
No, you're thinking of Cabinet of Curiosities. The most famous, there's 2 kind of famous directors in Satanic Hispanics. One is Eduardo Sanchez, who was a co-director of Blair Witch Project. And now Demian, what's his name?
Berger, was it?
The one who did When Evil Lurks.
Oh, what's in Berger?
Look him up. When Evil Lurks. The director of When Evil Lurks is one of the directors in Satanic Hispanics. Great directors, guys. So yeah, look it up.
Damian Ruga.
Damian Ruga. Yeah, there you go. Look up Satanic Hispanics. Support local, support indie, all that good jazz. We will have videos for you during the week. Again, thank you to those wonderful people that got us over 500. It was another Mexican hero is El Santo. Yeah. Here's the problem with Razorburn. Hollywood have been trying to do an El Santo movie for years. The problem is these different families out of Mexico claim they have the rights. So it's been a legal nightmare for decades. I actually should bring on some people I knew that had the rights about 20, 25 years ago. And they're going forward with an El Santo Hollywood. They also have the rights to Loteria. That'd be kind of a good thing to bring them on. These are like, Mexicanos, Tejanos also as well that that have done some independent films, but they had major problems because different families were claiming the rights, and that's why you haven't seen something like that. That's why you haven't seen something like Blue Demon. Blue Demon, I think they were doing like a Disney or something with Blue Demon and the daughter. I don't even think that happened. It was announced. We announced it here last year, as far as the news. So yeah, Fletcher, those luchadores have always been a problem as far as Hollywood.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is if you guys look, you can even find some of the movies on YouTube. Check it out. They're really fun. It's like El Santo contra las momias de Guanajuato. You have, El Santo contra los zombies. Mil Máscaras.
You know what? Let's do El Santo contra los zombies. Watch party for the members.
Oh, cool.
Let's do that as our next watch party.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna bring it up because we got to go, and you guys. But yeah, no clear paperwork. But Misu, I need to follow up with some old friends on that because that could be different. It's just I have not heard any announcements of the luchadores becoming Hollywood films. But you know what? Let's do a membership watch party. We haven't done one in a few months. Let's do El Santo contra los momias, right? Momias?
Oh, well, they have a bunch of them, but they have El Santo contra las momias de Guanajuato, which is famous mummies. They have the ones. Okay.
I've seen that. I recently rewatched it. I love that film. Razors in, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
there
funny.
You go.
Yeah. Oh, my sister took me to see the momias of Guanajuato when we were in Mexico. Man, that scared me to no end. Oh yeah, the vampire one is great too. Yeah. Oh, the vampire one.
know
has
what we
sexy
could
ladies
do?
on that one.
You know what we could do? Orion and
Razorburn.
yeah, it was horror talk. I love it. Razorburn. We can do a poll and decide which Blue Demon, which luchador film to see. How about that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, Miguel. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's been a fantastic and now historic Latino Slant stream.
See.
We'll see you soon. Have a
Adios.
wonderful week.
Good one.